Good afternoon, my brothers and sisters. So we know that the Salesians we're in the east and west part of the United States. So in our eastern province, we have works in Florida, we have works in Louisiana, we have works in Chicago, we have works in obviously New York, New Jersey, and also all of almost Canada, Toronto, Edmonton, Montreal. So we're all the Salesians presence, no? And we also have a Salesian presence in Maryland. So I was there for 3 years, but one of my two times that I was there, two terms. One of the terms, I was director of one of our schools that we have there. And so I was also invited to go to the University of Maryland. So I went to the University of Maryland to celebrate Mass. So it was my first time and to go there. And so it's a big campus. So they had arranged for a freshman of the part of the Catholic group that's there in the school and in the university, that he would take me to the chapel. So he's there, I meet him, and we're walking. And it's quite a walk. And so we're having a conversation. And so one of the things that I was asking him is, so what do you do here with the Catholic group, the Catholic organization that's here? And he says, well, yeah, I work in here and this and that. And he says, but I tried my best to go to Mass every day. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. And so I said, I'm a little nosy, and I said, why do you go to Mass every day? Why do you want to do that for, And he said, very clearly, I can still remember, he said, well, Father, you remember COVID, the lockdown? And I said, yes, I remember that. And he said, well, I was in my room, and I was so bored that I picked up a Bible. And when I picked up the Bible, it made me think, I need to be ready for the Lord, and I need to have a relationship with God. Wow. And today we hear in the gospel, we hear how we're called to be vigilant, to be ready, because we could be called at any time. The Lord can come at any time. Oh, and he says there, I'll be knocking on the door, right? And we have to open that door as he comes and knocks. And at the same time, it even says, gird your loins means to be in preparation physically, mentally, everything. Just everything that we have to be prepared for. And so I love the answer of this young man. I started a relationship with the Lord because I have to be ready for him. My brothers and sisters, I love also, if we're going to get ready and be vigilant for the Lord, there's something clear that is involved in our spiritual life, is that sin. We're sinners. And today, the first reading of St. Paul, I love what he says, those words, where sin abounds, grace abounds even more. Amen? That's beautiful, because God's grace, it is through God's grace that every day we're able to say yes to the Lord. And we know that we all have sinned. And sin is a mess. We have a lot of mess in our life. Life is messy because of our sin. But beautiful words of St. Paul. If we're going to get ready, we're going to have to deal with our sin. And St. Paul, beautiful words. Where sin abounds, grace abounds even more. I was thinking about, did you see this Sunday? 7 saints were canonized. Did you read about that? And out of the 7, 3 were women, 4 were men. One of our Salesian sisters was canonized. How beautiful. Do you know who was canonized also? I didn't even know about this. I've been reading about them, right? And there was a satanic priest. Bartolomeo, St. Bartolomeo, huh? If he became this satanic priest became a saint, there's hope for all of us. Amen? So that's God's grace. That's God's grace. And how beautiful, as he converted, he was in love with the Blessed Mother. And so, my brothers and sisters, there's always hope for us as we continue to seek the Lord and be vigilant at all times. God bless you.